Now suppose you want to assign relative configuration to a sample of lactic acid. Suppose you have a sample of lactic acid. What is lactic acid? What's the formula of lactic acid? It is CH3, CH,
OH, CH,
COH.
2OH. Yes.
Okay. So this is lactic acid, and now you want to assign a relative configuration to this lactic acid. That is, you want to find out whether this lactic acid is a D-lactic acid or L-lactic acid. So what you should do is,
सर ग्लिसरॉल्डिहाइड को कन्वर्ट कराएंगे लैक्टिक एसिड
जिस भी ग्लिसरॉल तो थोड़ा लैक्टिक एसिड बनेगा, that is your sample, that will be your actual lactic acid. For example, अगर D glyceraldehyde तो बन रहा है थोड़ा sample, that in that case your lactic acid will be D lactic acid, and अगर L glyceraldehyde तो बन रहा है, that means it was L lactic acid. So suppose we begin with the D glyceraldehyde. So this is your D-glyceraldehyde. So how you will convert this D-glyceraldehyde into lactic acid? So that means you have to, sorry, you have a CHO. That means you have to oxidize this CHO group and you have to remove this hydroxyl group. So what will be first step?
So bromine water.
ऑक्सीडेशन
Oxidation of group. So you can do oxidation by using bromine water. So when you do bromination of this D-glyceraldehyde by using bromine water, you will get glyceric acid. This CHO group is now converted into carboxylic group. So it becomes CH2OH, HOH. और केड़ा glyceric acid बनेगा, D और L? D glyceric. Now you want to remove this hydroxyl group. So what you will do? You want to remove this hydroxyl group. Suppose you have an alcohol and you want to convert this alcohol into alkane. So how you can convert this conversion?
रिडक्शन
Reduction करोगे, but first of all you can't directly convert this OH into alkane. Alcohols can't be directly converted into alkane. So first of all you have to convert them into alkyl halides, and after alkyl halides you have to do reduction. So we simply treat it with phosphorus and bromine. So you will get corresponding alkyl halide, and then reduction. This Br is now removed. You will get lactic acid, and this lactic acid will be D-lactic acid. Similarly, you will start from the L-glyceraldehyde, and by using same reaction sequence, you will get L-lactic acid. Then what you will do? Now you have two samples. One is of D-lactic acid that you have synthesized from the D-glyceraldehyde, and another L-lactic acid that you have prepared from L-glyceraldehyde. What you will do?
सर प्रॉपर्टीज ਨੂੰ कंपेयर करांगे जो
And yes,
लैक्टिक एसिड
their optical activity, okay, then you will prepare optical activity of your compound with D-lactic acid and L-lactic acid, and to which it match, that is your compound. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, while assigning configuration to higher carbohydrates, okay, if you want to assign configuration to higher carbohydrates, for example, say you want to assign configuration to glucose. So now, what is glucose? It is CH2OH, HOH, HOH, H, Here you have H, OH and CHO. So this is your glucose. Now, while assigning configuration to higher carbohydrates, at which carbon we should look over position of hydroxyl group? At which carbon
Low,
over the position of hydroxyl group? To the lowest carbon or to the uppermost carbon?
lowest carbon.
Lowest carbon.
You have to look at the position of hydroxyl group over lowest chiral carbon. So here in this case, it is D-glucose or L-glucose?
D-glucose.
It is D-glucose. Why it is D-glucose? Because this hydroxyl group is present on right side. Similarly, this related configuration system, it is also used for assigning configuration to amino acids. So if you have amino acids, it is also used to assign configuration. For example, if you have alanine, so alanine is CH3, HNH2, and this one. So in case of amino acid, you will look position of which group?
NH2.
NH2.
2. So in this case, position of NH2 group is, look, if NH2 group is present on right side, it will be called D amino acid. If it is present on the left side, it will be L amino acid. And in case of amino acid, standard reference compound that is used is serine. In case of amino acid, the standard reference compound which is used is serine. So what is serine? This molecule. So this is used as a standard reference compound. Like in case of carbohydrates, it is glyceraldehyde. So if your NH2 group is on right side in serine, in that case, your amino acid is D amino acid. And if it is on the left side, in that case, your amino acid is L amino acid. And principle is remains same. Amino acid to whom you have to assign configuration, it can either be prepared from serine or it can be converted into serine without breaking bond at chiral carbon. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी बोलो. Now in nature, all carbohydrates, nature ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ carbohydrates exist ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, they belongs to D series. And all amino acids, they belongs to L series. ठीक है, जिन्ने भी नेचुरल अमीनो एसिड्स ने सारे L सीरीज ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਨੇਚਰਲ ਕਾਰਬੋਹਾਈਡਰੇਟਸ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ D ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ. Now what are limitations of this D and L system? What are limitations of this D and L system? हाँ जी बोलो, की limitations ने? एक तो पहली सिंपल जी लिमिटेशन होगी, बोलो.
ਸਰ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਸਾਈਨ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਿਪੇਅਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਿਪੇਅਰ serine को.
Yes. The very first limitation is it is a relative configuration. The very first is it is a relative configuration to glyceraldehyde. That means only those compounds can be assigned configuration which can be bolo
Sir, which can be prepared from glyceraldehyde or converted to glyceraldehyde.
yes, which can be either synthesized or converted to glyceraldehyde. So this means this is not a universal system. That means D and L configuration is not universal. Why it is not universal? Because you can't assign D and L configuration to all molecules. And you can assign only to relative to glyceraldehyde. That's a one limitation. The second limitation is there are many examples in which you can write both D and L. Okay, you can write both D and L. For example, if you have this molecule, this one. Now, if you look from the bottom, this molecule is D with respect to glyceraldehyde. Yes or no? At the bottom carbon, if you look at the carbon here, okay, it is D because this hydroxyl group is present on right side, so it is D with respect to glyceraldehyde. But if you look from the upper side, it is
L.
L with respect to
Serine.
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 ठीक है ना? So you can write both configurations. So it is slightly confusing. Similarly, suppose you have this molecule. Now what you will write it? At one carbon, both carbons are same. At one carbon, it is D. At other carbon, it is L.
ਉਹਦਾ ਲੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੋਅਰ ਮੋਸਟ ਹੈ
Okay, lower most है, but molecule same है.
सर दोनों ग्रुप भी तो सेम है ना ऊपर लगे हुए.
ऊपर भी दोनों same
ਹਾਂ
है.
ਪਰ यस सर L ਵੀ ਹੈ D ਵੀ ਹੈ
हाँ, so this molecule is L with respect to upper carbon and D with respect to lower carbon. So these are the some situations where this D and L configuration is not applicable. So in some we can say this system is not universal. So we have to assign some universal system by using which we can assign configuration to all molecule. And that universal system is
RS
RS nomenclature system, or it is also called absolute configuration. So in absolute configuration, it is given by capital R and capital S, where capital R means rectus and capital S means sinister. And in other words, this means clockwise, this means anti-clockwise. So how you assign R and S configurations? किवें assign करते हैं?
प्रायोरिटी देके सर
There is a very simple method. First of all, we assign priorities to all groups present around chiral carbon, and we assign priority higher to lower. That means like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your lowest priority group, okay, lowest priority group according to this rule, lowest priority group, it should be below the plane. Lowest priority group should be below the plane. And then you will look over the sequence of remaining group. That means you move from 1, 2 to 3. If it moves in a clockwise direction, then it is
R.
R.
and if it moves in an anti-clockwise,
S.
then it is.
S.
So this is a very simple method. Condition is your lowest priority group, it should be below the plane. That means if you're writing flying wedge structure, if you have flying wedge structure, the lowest priority group कितने होना चाहिए है?
So dotted line.
Dash will
Dash.
Dash line. And if you're writing Fisher projection, lowest priority group, it should be
bottom.
Bottom.
Or vertical line.
over vertical line, not over bottom, over vertical line. Vertical line represent below the plane. But suppose if your group is not below the plane, then what you do? If your lowest priority group, suppose it is on horizontal line in Fisher projection or over wedge line in flying wedge projection, a solid line on flying wedge projection, in that case, what you do? If lowest priority group is above the plane,
सर रोटेट करेंगे.
Right.
there is
configuration
nothing,
change हो जाएगी R
no need of doing anything. What you will do is just write
R ਨੂੰ S ਲਿਖ ਦਾਂਗੇ
opposite configuration. Yes. अगर थोड़ी R आ रही है, you will simply write S. अगर S आ रही है, तो simply write R. Is it clear?
yes sir
Yes, sir.
So best method is you can convert your flying wedge structure into Fisher projection, and in Fisher projection it is very clear. अगर थोड़ा lowest priority group horizontal line ते हुए, in that case it is above the plane and you have to write opposite configuration, and if it is on vertical line, that means it is below the plane and you have to write the same configuration. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What are priority rules?
sir
हाँ जी बोलो बेटे.
sir अगर किसी flying wedge अगर lowest priority group plane से होवे तो फिर अगर lowest priority group plane से होवे तो फिर
हाँ
flying wedge
हाँ बेटे वही थोड़ा दस के हटिया ना. मान लो अगर थोड़े को flying wedge structure है, ठीक है? Suppose you have flying wedge structure, this one, ठीक है? If your lowest priority group is on dotted line below the plane, very simple. जो थोड़ा sequence आ रहा है 1, 2, 3 उसमें देखो clockwise है, anti-clockwise है, you will write down R or S. If it is on solid line that is above the plane in flying wedge, now that means you have to write opposite.
Opposite.
दो चीजें क्लियर हो गई हैं बेटे.
yes sir
और तीसरी चीज, suppose it is present on this plane. Suppose 4 group is over here and suppose this is 1, 2 and 3. In that case, the only thing you can do is convert this into Fisher projection. ठीक है, इसमें Fisher projection च convert कर लो. Now in Fisher projection थानू पता है अगर group horizontal line ते आ गया it is above, अगर vertical line ते आ गया it is below. So how you will convert into Fisher projection? Last time दस्या सी. Which group should I put over here?
So ਜਿਹੜਾ dotted line
Dotted
ਹੋਏਗਾ.
Dotted line वाला.
Dotted line group present below the plane is placed at bottom of vertical line. So I will put over 3, and remaining groups, they are placed as such. They are present in flying wedge. So what should I write over here?
2,
2,
Here
1,
1. Here
4.
4. Okay. Now look for 1, 2, 2, 3 sequence. 1, 2, 3. It is clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. So it is expected to be S, but lowest priority group is present on horizontal line which is above the plane. So what should you will be right here, R or S?
R.
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 ऐसे opposite करना है. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this approach you have to use. Agar flying wedge ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ already lowest priority group ਤੇ ਵੇ, in that case you will just simply write ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ R or S by looking over the position of remaining groups, whether they are clockwise or anti-clockwise. Agar above the plane are in flying wedge, then you have to write opposite. And in third case, if your lowest priority group is present in plane in flying wedge, the method is convert it into Fisher projection and look over its position. In Fisher projection, if it is on horizontal line, then it's above the plane. If it is on vertical line, then it is below the plane. Vertical line ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਨੀਚੇ ਹੋਵੇ bottom ਦੇ ਚਾਹੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੋਵੇ, that doesn't matter. ठीक है? Vertical line represent below the plane. Horizontal line represent above the plane. I think it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we will discuss these CIP rules. I have less than 10 minutes. Next class है थोड़ी, because बेटे मैं I want to finish this. ठीक है?
नहीं है sir.
अटक रहे हैं तो सारे टॉपिक वो स्लो चल रहे हैं. Do you have next class?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So I am ending this meeting over here. Within 5 minutes, you have to rejoin.